is always quick off the mark.
So you've got YouTube, Facebook, Instagrams, whichever platform you're on just now, you have tuned in somehow.
Yes, we will do our utmost to keep up with the conversations, with the comments. If you've got any questions about fat loss, about weight loss, we will answer your questions. But we are going to talk about the 3 biggest excuses that people use when they are trying to lose weight. They're like, I would love to lose weight, but... And there's normally like 3 main things that come after that people use.
So as you know, our doors have been open for the last 5 weeks to our online membership. And in that time, we've been having hundreds of conversations with people that are thinking about making changes to their health and fitness. So these typical reasons have popped up time and time again. Pick the 3 most popular, most frequent reasons, excuses, etc. as to why they're not been getting results or why they're not getting weight loss.
So you can see if these apply to you. We'll be able to help you with these 3. Maybe you're thinking they're not excuses, they're actually valid reasons, and you are absolutely entitled to hold that opinion. You know your life best, but with a slightly open mind, you might be able to achieve amazing things if you are willing to think past your problems.
Okay, so we'll start off with what is probably one of the most common, I would say, is time. Time to get fit, time to get healthy. A lot of the conversations we've had where we've asked what is the main barriers that you perhaps had to your success, a lot of people said time. Now, in a lot of other conversations we've had, the reason for this lack of time was typically because the individual was looking after family members or perhaps putting the family's health and well-being and tasks ahead of their own. Now, I don't know how many conversations, I think hundreds of conversations I've had, there's a lot of people that are then taking back their fitness because basically what they were saying was they didn't have enough time in their day when they're running around after their family, but now enough was enough and they're going to start looking after their own health.
I've got nothing to ask. I'm trying to get logged into Instagram, so you keep talking. Instagram, I will be with you. I'm just trying to get logged in so I can get the comments, but I actually don't know my password, and because it's a new MacBook, I'm kind of like, it doesn't have any of my passwords, so...
I would just roll YouTube then. Well, anyway, so yeah. So time is one of the biggest sort of issues. Now, we try and break down barriers. When people put things like time in the way, we try and break that down. And one of the ways that we do this is quite simply to say is that changing your mindset around how much time is required to get fit and healthy. People ask us, well, how much time do you have to spend training? Well, it all depends on how much time you want to apply to it. Now, the analogy I usually use, or have used most frequently, is when I was younger and I had all the time in the world, I'd go to the gym for like 2 hours at a time. I'd be there for 2 hours. I'd do my heavy weights, I'd get some cardio and stretching, and that's because I could. I had nothing else in my life. So I always then based a workout, I used to think, right, if I had a spare 2.5 hours, I'd do my workout. When I then went to college, the issue I then had was I never had 2.5 hours spare. So what would happen is, let's just say I would think, right, have I got time for a workout tonight? No, because I don't have 2.5 hours spare, and therefore I just wouldn't do it at all. That's when I had to change my outlook on what a workout was and adapt. Now, at that time in my life, I could then spare 45, 50 minutes. So then all I then needed was 45, 50 minutes, and away I went. Later on in life, when I was working a lot more, sometimes I'd have frequent gaps of 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 2 of those a day. And when you change your idea around behind working out again, I would get a 15 to 20 minute workout in the morning, which might mean I just target one muscle group and just do it till it burns. And then later on in the day, I might get another muscle group in. So I'm still maximizing my potential while minimizing time.
What you have to understand is nobody ever has, like, or this may be untrue, maybe some people do, but maybe some people are sat in their house absolutely bored, but majority of the time you fill your day with stuff, whether it's work, looking after your kids, making dinner, doing the housework, studying, whatever it might be. You will fill that time regardless of where you are. And nobody really ever goes, oh, I've got a spare hour in my day. I wonder what I should do with it. I know, I can train. It's not about finding the time, it's about making the time. It's about making this a priority. And as I've said, it doesn't really matter if it's an hour or half an hour or 20 minutes. Or do you know what? Even in the beginning stages, if you say, right, if I've got 10 minutes, what can I do in 10 minutes? Great. We can use that.
So
We
I'm
can
gonna turn the heater off.
Okay. We can absolutely use 10 minutes for a really. If you give me 10 minutes, I can give you an absolute killer workout in 10 minutes. Okay, you can absolutely hammer yourself. Is it as good as an hour? Probably not, but it's what you've got. It's about making that time and making that commitment to say, right, I am going to use 10 minutes every single day to work on my health and my well-being, my physical optimization. So whether it's training, you might not want to train every day, but it could be stretching, it could be going for a walk, it could be some yoga or some whatever it might be. It's about making that time. And when it comes to our program, you might be thinking, well, you know, do you guys, is all you do is 10 minutes per day? No, we don't. We typically work out and we recommend that you try to build up to an hour a day. But it doesn't necessarily have to be so. You could actually say, right, I do have 10 minutes, great. We work with that, and we work with many of our clients, many of our members who are limited on time, and we make it work because it's all about fitting this into your lifestyle, not the other way around.
There was a brilliant line that one of our new members used, and it was, if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness, which I thought was a very powerful statement. And like Steve was saying, you might have a busy life, you might be tough to even commit 10 or 20 minutes, but commit them anyway, because if you don't commit anything to your health and well-being, if you just say, I don't have enough time, and that's a sort of quite an absolute statement, then further down the line you will regret it. Whereas at least if you did 10 or 20 minutes a day, bare minimum, you'd be in a far better place than you were if you did nothing. So apply the time. The next one in our list, so time is definitely one of the biggest sort of reasons we've had as to why they haven't achieved weight loss. The next one is motivation or willpower. Okay, so you usually ask the question, why haven't you got results before now? Why didn't you stick to the plan? It's because motivation fell by the wayside. Now this can be for a number of reasons. It could be that they were doing great for a period of time and then just the cravings came, they caved in. Another reason might be that they didn't really think through their goal. They didn't really think, why is it I'm doing this? And then when the going got tough, they didn't have their goal solid in their head and the reasons to doing so, so it crumbled. If the foundations of your target are not solid, then they will break at the first sign of adversity.
Always, always, always. Yeah, motivation and willpower are very much misunderstood. People believe that you've either got willpower or you don't. Rather than saying it as, it's like physical power in the gym, okay? You go to the gym and power movement would be something like a kettlebell swing, okay? So you've got to have a good strong grip, you've got to be able to swing a kettlebell in between the legs and then up. Okay, and when somebody first starts going to the gym, you might say, oh, I've no power, I can only lift the 4 kilogram kettlebell, I've got no power. And if that's the mindset that you've got, you would never go back to the gym. You're like, oh, well, I don't have the willpower to do anything. But power is created by two things, and that's strength times speed. Okay, that's physical power. And the same can go for your willpower. Okay, it's strength over speed. And it's something that can be developed, okay? Both the speed aspect and your strength aspect. Yes, you need to be strong, you need to be strong-willed, but if you can't be strong, then be fast. Okay, so when you made a decision in your head, like you know how important something is to you, you say, well, I want to lose weight because I'm sick fed up of being overweight, looking myself in the mirror and going, oh, I'm just don't even want to try new clothes on. You just feel not yourself, so you wear big baggy clothes to hide away. Sometimes you don't even leave the house because you don't feel great. And we've had all of these for our membership. So when you know how important something is, and you know what your main weaknesses are, if you can't be strong, be fast, because that's an element of power. So when somebody says, should we have some cake with our coffee? You go, no. Don't even think about it, because if you think about it, you're not going to be strong enough. If you can't be strong, be fast, okay? And that's the very basics of willpower, but it can be trained, okay? We can't emphasize that enough. Willpower is all a matter of looking at what's important to you, understanding where your weaknesses are, very much like physical power in the gym, like we're saying. Know where your weaknesses are and work on them, develop them, and test yourself slowly at first. If you just go straight in and go, right, I'm going to test myself now, I'm going to go in, and somebody just literally hands a piece of chocolate cake to you, I would crumble at that. I'd be like, yep, I'm having that. Okay, so start small and build up, but this is something that absolutely can be trained.
Now, it's also about asking for help. If you realise that you feel that your motivation isn't great at the moment, one of the key elements of our coaching program is that you don't just get us for the accountability, there's also the power of your peers, because ours is a group format. So when people come in, they realise they're also working towards a similar goal with like-minded people, which is a really powerful tool, because if you feel like you're going to have a slip up, you can post it into the group. You'll probably find there's a bunch of people that are saying, I feel the same way, but let's stick to the damn plan, let's work together. And you know, there's a real energy about that. So it's about surrounding yourself with people that want the best for you and your goals. So if you've got the weight loss journey, you're best surrounding yourself with people that are going to do their very best to keep you on track and support you when you nearly fall off the wagon. It would be no good hanging out with that friend that would say, oh, go on, just have some chips with your dinner, or go on, just have this drink, or go on, just have some dessert. One dessert won't hurt. They don't see it that way because they're not on your journey, but that one dessert might trigger your taste buds to wanting more sugar later, and then before you know it, you've ruined an entire weekend. So it's about finding the right support, the power of your peers to keep you on track.
Okay, and this is what you get. This is not something that you just look around your current social circles and maybe your family situation and go, ah, crap, well, these people are no good for me. And actually, they'll probably have your best interests at heart, but they just go about it the wrong way, okay? And it's understanding that to say, okay, well, maybe this is my immediate situation. However, I can start to cultivate a much more supportive community by just looking around and say, okay, well, where am I going to get people who are going to benefit me? And ultimately, it is people on the same journey as you. They understand your struggles, okay? And this is a big part of what we do. It's not about, you know, there are many programs out there. Some big celebrities have of all sorts of different programs. But two things they don't do. You don't get the help from the actual person who's promoting the product, i.e. people like, don't want to mention, but Joe Wicks. You don't get Joe Wicks when you go to Joe Wicks. You get his program, okay? You get an off-the-shelf program and you're told to get on with it, okay? There's other celebrities that have got loads of big memberships and whatnot, but ultimately you're just left to it by yourself. That's not what we do. We help you every single step of the way. We do live coaching, very much like this, but it's a very private group. Then you can ask questions, we can help, we can support, have a bit of a laugh sometimes. But also, even without us there, you've also got the full group. The people around you are all trying to do the same thing as you, and there is great power in that.
Now we'll come to the third biggest reason, and this one pops up at the moment, especially because there's a pandemic going on, ultimately is cost. So sometimes say they can't afford to have any sort of outlay for their health and fitness.
When we've been doing our conversations with people across the world, you know, we're talking hundreds of conversations. We always come across this, okay, cost. Now, during the conversations, sometimes we make the decision, we say, look, the program's probably not for you. You're not really the right type of fit. And there's a bunch of questions that we'll ask, and depending on you and where you are in your journey, will dictate kind of where we go with the conversation. But we always, when we get to the end of the conversation and it gets that crunch point, we're saying, right, this person would be great in our membership. It'd be absolutely fantastic. They seem lovely, really sort of connecting, and then you drop them in price and you go, no, I can't afford it. It's too expensive. Can't do it. Now, it's not a really expensive program, but people have ideas in their head of what they are willing to spend on their health and well-being. And when it comes to that, some people just go point blank, nope, not spending money, that's it. They're looking for a free product, and that's not what we offer.
Now, when we did a live, I think it was about a month or two ago, and it was basically saying, like, you actually, if you really wanted zero budget, you could get results. There's a lot of free content out there that you can go get if you've got enough motivation and you've got the right drive within you, okay? So there's lots of stuff out there that budget is not, it's not a necessity, but then you get what you pay for. So if you do want to invest in something, put in your time, then it is sometimes good to invest a bit of yourself, financially, emotionally, physically. What do they say is if you buy cheap, you buy twice. Okay, so our members get results. They get results because they have that investment, they engage with it, and they appreciate what it is they've invested in. Now, some people look at it and say, well, I wouldn't spend that on my health and fitness. Now, what that says to me, there's some situations where people just don't have the money, we understand that. But there's other people that are just unwilling to spend that on their health and fitness. And yet, they probably wouldn't think twice to spend between £5 and £10 every day on coffee. What's the other sort of vices? Drink at the weekend, probably maybe even spend £40, £50 over the course of a weekend on drink.
Takeaways. If anybody like me at all, just look at your Amazon basket, your previous orders for the past 6 months. See what you've spent on Amazon for the past 6 months on crap that you just don't need. You might convince yourself that you needed it, but you really didn't. What would you rather have? All that crap you bought on Amazon for the past 6 months, or a body that you look in the mirror and you go, hell yeah, that's me, and I'm really proud of myself and what I've achieved. It becomes a no-brainer, but when people see it like, no, but I know how to exercise, and I know that I should be eating more vegetables, I can do this myself. And in fact, somebody shared on Instagram the other day, and it was really clever, and it was like, basically, if you want financial advice, you go to a financial advisor. If you want, Tilly, go lie down. If you want financial advice, you go to a financial advisor. If you want to learn how to play the guitar, you get a guitar instructor. If you want to, if you're going to sue somebody, you get a lawyer. If you want some plumbing advice or get some plumbing work done, you get a plumber. If you want to lose weight, you try it yourself. You Google it. You go to YouTube. You ask your friend. You ask your mum and your dad, and then you seen your buddy who lost weight before, and you ask them. And you try a little bit more again. You Google a little bit more. You try 5 times, fail 5 times, and then you eventually come to the weight loss expert. Okay, we are the weight loss experts. If you want results, pay a little bit of money and understand the importance of it. Okay, this is an investment in you. It's not just your body, but it's your happiness, it's your emotions, it's your confidence, it's your self-esteem. You're investing in your entire life, okay? And our members, the ones who have paid the money and stayed with us, even people who didn't stay with us got to pay the money, and we still hear from members who have been with us, gone on, left the membership afterwards and going, that was the best thing I ever did. Okay, other members who stayed with us are like, this is the best investment I've ever made. They don't really think about the money. The money's gone, and money comes and goes anyway, but then they see the results every single time when they look in the mirror.
And speaking of results, so we've had our doors open for 5 weeks. We've taken on a whole bunch of members. In fact, 80% of the available spaces are gone. There's only 20% left available spots. But already those people that joined have dropped 80, how many kilograms?
86.
86 kilograms so far. And that's incredible, and that's just with the pre-work. So again, with anything, when you invest in something, you have to invest yourself, which they have, and they're already getting results. And the course has not even officially started yet.
Yeah.
So,
course starts on Monday. So 86 kilogram weight loss so far. We might have to change our target. We always aim to lose 1,000 kilograms with our members over the year. But after 86 in the first 5 weeks, in fact, that might be about right. Yeah, that might be about right. So about 1,000 kilograms. Yeah, 86 kilograms in 5 weeks is absolutely incredible. We want you to be part of it. If you have weight to lose, if you're ready to commit, financially, absolutely, but also mentally, emotionally, physically, send us a message on Facebook, ideally. If you can't get to Facebook Messenger for whatever reason, just drop us an email at coaches@thekiltedcoaches.com and we will respond. But it is better on Facebook Messenger.
what's really interesting is that typically speaking, and I use this phrase now and again, and I include myself for a lot of things in my life with this, is that we're spoilt lazy. Okay, so by that what I mean is, in life we don't have to go hunting for food, and we're hopefully warm in our houses, and you've got a roof over your head. There's a lot of stuff that's just provided for you. Yes, you go out and work and you have money to pay for that thing. However, it's not the hunter-gatherer sense. If I am feeling unwell on a Sunday, or I just can't be bothered getting out of bed, I can stay in bed. I can stay in bed, go to the fridge, whatever, get munchies. I don't need to leave the house because stuff are there, so we're spoilt lazy. when people throw money at a problem, now this is where, not money at a problem, if you get a plumber, for example, right? And this is why health and fitness is a little bit different. It's a mindset you have to get over. So if we use the analogy we used earlier about going to professionals, if you pay a plumber, you want to pay them and then you want to just go out the house and get them to fix it for you, right? You get a joiner in, okay? You want to pay the joiner, you want to go out and you want them to fix it for you. So I think where some of the barriers come from is that people want to pay their trainer, right? And be like, right, I want to pay a trainer, I want to pay a coach, do it for me. And they don't realise that our job is to motivate you, to inspire you to get results. It's our role to keep you on track. That is what we're doing. We're providing you the path, the blueprint, but you still have to do the steps. And that's the issue that a lot of people have, is they look at, say, the joining fee and they think, oh, scratch their head, I don't want to spend that on that, I want them to do it for me. You know, it's that old joke, you know, if you get a fancy piece of equipment and it costs you an arm and a leg, and somebody always says, yeah, does it make you snacks? Because like, for paying that kind of price, you can expect it. So it's that mindset you have to overcome. But one thing that we do within our membership is that we teach you nutrition principles, we teach you exercise principles, so that you don't need us after a period of time. You stay because you maybe want to, but you effectively don't need us. And one of the key elements is, as Stephen says, we're there with you every step of the way via live coaching sessions. You know, sometimes we'll give you words of wisdom, there's set lessons, we can answer your questions. You're not alone in this. So when you pay your money to join, yes, you have to do the work, but we're right there with you. We're crouched by your side that entire time, and you never should feel alone.
So, if you're interested, if you are ready to take that action, if you're ready to do the work and just have us guide you along the way, then drop us a message. It all starts with a conversation. And do you know what? If the conversation goes in a direction where, do you know what, this is maybe not right for you, that's okay too. It's absolutely fine. But at least we can have the conversation. We can see where you are on your journey, what you've struggled with in the past, what you hope to achieve from it, and then we'll see if our program, our membership, is going to be right for you or not. This is not a membership. This is why we don't just put the link out there like most other programs. So they just send you the link, and those who want to sign up can sign up and they can buy it. And we could easily do Facebook ads and Google ads and just pay a bit of money, send it out to the masses, and have a bunch of people in. But then there's no sense of community, there's no connection with us. We want to feel connected with every single member that comes in. We can only do that by having conversation and by doing regular live coaching with our members. Some members decide not to participate in the lives, they don't comment. Some people stay right back in the shadows, and that's okay too. We actually had somebody a couple of weeks ago who said, you know, just a wee bit of an update, I'm normally in the shadows, but I thought I would just chime in for once, and we didn't recognise the name. We're like, oh man, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely fine. Not everybody wants to engage, and that's cool, but we want to give you that opportunity to connect with us, to ask questions, and to feel like you are supported, because you are supported throughout this whole thing.
Right, well, speaking of messages, we'll check who's been commento. Darlene saying, I love their accents. Ellie saying, I'd love to, but I can't get the energy to get off my butt. So Ellie, find
That's
that energy.
why you should be.
Yeah.
This is exactly why you should be joining. If you don't have the energy to get off your butt, then you need to sign up, because that's what we help with.
Lucinda's one of our newer members. Hello,
Hey.
made it. Happy days.
I've got Louis Cacasil. This is, I'm training twice daily for 10 minutes. It's okay. Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, and I forgot to give Janet a shout out to her husband. I can't remember her husband's name. We're going to give a shout out to Janet's husband, who is in hospital at the moment with TIA, and the name was, damn it.
So not on your to-do list.
I will. No, I'll get it from the messages. One moment, please. I want to get the shout out right. 2 seconds. How foolish of me.
In the meantime, I'll go. It's Wanda Ann. When I'm mentally tired, I can't move, I'm drained. Please tell me you have a way to get me on my feet. Haha, funny, not funny, it's true. Yeah, the brain uses much more energy than our body, consider the size of it. So yeah, when you're mentally drained, it's just like, you can't do anything. It's all about understanding your energy and looking at your nutrition, because it's about having the right nutrients going into your body to keep the energies there.
Right, okay, so I've got it right this time. So we're going to give a shout out to Craig Morton, who unfortunately suffered a TIA a week ago. He's holed up in which hospital again? Let me just... Troon Ayrshire Cross House Hospital. So we're giving you a shout out from your wife, Janet. So get well soon, Craig.
Craig, keep smiling and get well soon.
Yeah. Good deed done. How far into the stream are we, just so I can tell her a message? Hold on, I'll just check. I just have like 25 minutes in. Boom.
5 minutes in. Cool. We're going to go to YouTube. Rusty says hi. Hi guys, how are you? Team Jock and Bottle Bag. Whose is the extra kilt? That one is Rabs. Bertrand Dearkins, my excuse is that my partner will not join in and will sabotage me by buying things to eat. I just can't resist. Well, that means having a strong conversation with your partner. They don't have to join in. You know, you're in control of your life and they're in control of their life. And you can absolutely, you do you, let the partner do themselves. But when it comes to sabotage, if they're if I was trying to lose weight or do whatever and somebody kept fucking offering me cake, I'd be like, look mate, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
You know, I know you mean well, I know you're just trying to give me cake, but I've got a mission here, you know. Lay off. And I'm like, cool, that's fine. Absolutely fine.
Few people giving a shout out, looking forward to seeing us on Joanna Lumley's show. So that's tomorrow evening. Anyone that's got access to ITV will be on Joanna Lumley's second episode of her Home Sweet Home series.
There we go. Make sure you watch it tomorrow, 8 p.m. We've got Miranda on. Good afternoon, guys. And Lewis is on. Said, I'm coming back. Yes!
It's Luis.
Luis. Are you sure?
Well, because remember, I used to call him Lewis. He corrected me.
So Luis.
I know I used to call him Louis.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was Lewis, but I think he corrected me. He says actually Luis, but he'll take Lewis.
Okay, cool. Well, Luis is coming back.
Yeah.
And Miranda's thinking of coming back too. Yes, Miranda!
Yes, in fact, Wendy as well. Wendy's just said, I need to rejoin the clan. I had to leave because of finances. It really ended up setting me back and getting healthy and fit. Wendy, we would love to have you back. Drop us a message.
Always remember that unlike things like Weight Watchers like, they base their whole business around coming in, week out. Let's come for your weigh-in and we'll all cheer, and that's fine. If that's your thing, absolutely grand. But they base it around people staying for the rest of their life. And if you ever leave, you're going to put the weight on because they've got the system, and they'll say you can't ever leave because you put the weight on. And we actually get a lot of people coming who said, yeah, I lost weight via Weight Watchers, or I did this or whatever, or I tried that, it didn't work. But as soon as I stop, it just doesn't work anymore. As much as we love having our regular members because we like the interactions, we like helping people with the long-term journey, we do base our whole business model around, if you come for 3 months, we will give you enough information, enough knowledge, enough motivation to understand your own mind and your own body that you can then go on for the rest of your life and continue to get results. Okay, that's what we base things on.
Now, one of our clan members, Joe, now he signed up last year and has done absolutely incredible. He said the Eveline program is great because it focuses not just on fitness but also nutrition, mindset, meditation and several other topics, and the coaches are extremely knowledgeable, especially Rab, on all of these. I just slipped that in there.
Never trust Rab reading the comments.
The videos are easy to follow, plus the live sessions are also beneficial to answer any questions you may have. You're not on your own, the coaches are there to help you, and so are the members of the clan. I highly recommend joining. There you are, Joe. Good man, good man. Our members are out in force on Facebook anyway.
It's funny that this hashtag, the truth speaks, says Rab sounds a bit of a dick and a bit up on himself and talks a lot of shit about the comments.
Sounds a bit right though, eh?
And we're just getting a lot of thumbs up on Instagram. I do actually have the comments. If you want to ask any questions, I signed into the other account and we've got all the comments. So if you have any questions, please fire away.
Andrew's saying, where do we go to sign up? So Andrew, you have to drop us a message first on Facebook. If you're struggling to find the messages button, if you go to our website, thekiltedcoaches.com, there's a bit of information about the course, but not all of it. There's a message us button there. We like to have a conversation first, as Stephen was saying. We're very particular about who we let in. People need to be motivated or at least willing to try, and we need to establish that by having a very quick consultation. To be honest, I've been through some in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's how quickly the person replies is the quicker you get through.
And depends on how in depth you want the conversation to go as well, because sometimes you like it could be 3 minutes, like yeah, you sound great, here's the link. Other people, there's a little bit more depth to it, and you want to kind of just sort of skirt around the subject slightly first. So everybody's different. Just drop us a message. we are very particular about who we let in, and actually one of the first things is, are you willing to have a conversation? Okay, it's really as simple as that. Are you willing to engage with us before you sign up? Because if not, we don't want you in the clan, and it's really simple. So just drop us a message, we'll chat, send a link.
I think Luis just joined. I could have sworn it popped up there.
Oh really?
If I'm right, Luis, if my eyes are still on form, I think you just did. Karen saying, why don't you have a banner in your Dean? I think you mean Den, with the address of your webpage so anyone watching it live can find it easy. Because it would upset more actually.
Yeah, we like the rusticness of it.
Yeah.
No, just up.
Wasn't it?
Nah.
Oh.
You're speaking nonsense.
I could have sworn that was it. Never mind.
Right, we have on Instagram, we've got Helen Stagnus. Lost my 85 pounds on Weight Watchers in 2001 and kept it off through learning proper eating, health and nutrition. No need to keep going classes and meetings, it works. Okay, very good.
Good job.
I experience.
Cheryl saying, looking forward to starting on Monday the February 15th. Did you guys want to give us Valentine's Day off? Possibly. Maybe not.
Off what though? Depends what you're going to do. How would you use a day off?
Now Kyle saying you get nervous of chatting. I started to chat and got nervous. Kyle, to be honest, we don't bite, and can't remember who you had in the chat actually. Kyle, we've got the search.
I remember chatting to a Kyle.
Was it?
Yeah.
We will find out, Kyle.
Yeah.
There's two. We'll go with this one.
Not that one.
Not that one. Damn it. It was a 50-50, right?
There you go.
Let's see.
No, nobody.
Nobody.
Oh well. Oh, you didn't get through the...
You didn't get through. So, yeah, Kyle, just drop a reply.
Yeah,
or...
you haven't got either of us yet.
Yeah.
You just got the automated stuff so far, probably because you got nervous.
Poor lad.
No need to get nervous, just answer the question and let's chat about it. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. It's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. What have we got? Miranda's saying, I've always found you guys easy to talk to. I encourage people to hit you guys up. Thanks, Miranda.
Happy days. Is Miranda the one that works at the truck stop?
I can't remember.
I think so. This one is Miranda.
Rodolfo Alberto Lopez Pimento says, what are the best snacks to keep your stomach full? I wouldn't recommend keeping your stomach full, actually. I would say that a lot of people do that very thing. They get a little bit hungry and they feel like, okay, I need to snack on something to keep my stomach full, to stop me from getting hungry. I would say my advice is always reframe hunger. It's a psychology principle. It's actually an NLP principle. If when you reframe hunger and allowing your stomach to digest food and then give it a rest, give your digestive system a rest now and again. So eat a meal and then rest. And if you get a little bit hungry, that's okay. You've got food available, you're not going to starve. Okay, hunger is there to tell you that you've got the food has been processed and there's room for more if you can eat. But if you're eating on a regular basis, that signal is no longer relevant in this modern world.
Oh no, you've already done it. So Stephen did that for the hunger, right? And it reminded me of, do you remember in American Psycho when he's putting the music on and he comes, he does a little wiggle when he's going with the eyes. You did it. You're hungry. We need to get that on catch up. Floozy's saying, you guys are a real inspiration. This week I've lost 8 pounds and 7.5 inches. I caught one of your videos and it was the boost I needed. Thank you. Happy days.
Yes, Miranda does work at the truck stop.
How's that for memory, Miranda?
She actually did say, good memory, Rab.
I'll take that. Yeah. Job saying, I like that you, one more second, I like that you talk to us as we are on equal keel, real, honest, funny, genuine. Everybody is on an even keel, right?
Yep, absolutely. We're here for you guys, always. Sonia says, have a nice evening. Hello from Chile, says Daniel Del Vento.
Jane Phillips is saying, can't be too particular, you let me in. He said, but seriously, this is the best thing I've done for myself for years. That's exactly, it's about treating yourself, be good to yourself. And the people that have joined, you can hear them in the comments already. They're stuck in it's exactly what it says on the tin, right? There's a group that supports you. You've got coaches that are there for you. The exercise and nutrition will be coming very, very soon. It's all there. If that's something you feel like you would want to be involved in, if you want help working towards your goals, just drop us a message. It's as simple as that.
And just FYI, Jane, we did actually call a board meeting just to discuss your case because it was questionable. We're like, all right, let's call a board meeting, mate. Like, we're going to let this Jane in or not? I mean,
I think we challenge her to 1,000 burpees and then let her in.
Well, you know, at least 100. Or not 1,000 might be pushing it a little bit.
100 a day for 100 days.
That's 10,000.
Oh yeah.
Right, based on Rav's math skills, Jane is in.
Oh, there we go. Oh, so what did everybody think of the video that came out yesterday? Kilt Perfect.
Kilt Perfect, did everybody watch it?
Yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, go and watch it, just for the banter.
Yeah, and drop us a comment on that video. In fact, watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Everyone on Facebook, just go and watch it on YouTube.
Trying to get the views up.
YouTube are liking us again, so yeah, we appreciate all the views and the likes and the comments and the shares. Although we can't share on YouTube.
No, that's a bummer, isn't it?
Yeah. There's nobody commenting at the moment, so let's wrap this baby up.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing to eat when you are on your program?
Worst thing to eat?
Elephant?
Yeah, don't eat any children either. That's really frowned upon.
Probably. Yeah, children.
Yeah.
Or an elephant. Or a baby elephant.
Baby elephant. How do you eat an elephant though? Small chunks.
Yeah, we one bite at a time.
Yeah.
There is no worst thing to have on our program. It really is a case of understanding nutrients, understanding what your body wants, what it doesn't want, when it wants it, when it doesn't want it, and then you make your own decisions. We're not here to dictate, we're here to guide. So yeah, there's no real worst thing that you can eat on our program.
If you are considering making changes and you want to have a conversation, because the conversation is free, there's no obligation, drop us a message on Facebook. If you can't navigate your way to our page, then go to our website, thekiltedcoaches.com. There's a bit of information there and there's a messages button there too.
There you go.
Right.
Right.
Everybody have an awesome
So
day.
long.
Bye-bye. Ooh, and